Yeah, come here. Come on. Come on a little closer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've had enough. Okay? I'm sick of soft takes. I'm sick of blind loyalty. And I'm definitely sick of folks acting like they can't see what is happening in pro wrestling right now. Because this week is the week that the industry decided to lose its mind. All right? Like they didn't already know what was going to happen. Okay? Like we didn't know it was going to be Gunther. People are out here claiming that Gunther needs to beat John Cena in order to become an all-time great. Like the ring general hasn't been chopping folks into retirement already for years, right? Then we got AEW, all right, got all these factions. They're out here like the Avengers, the Justice League, the Power Rangers combined, and somehow we're supposed to be building stars, okay? And TNA, oh buddy, TNA, they just got themselves the bag. AMC, right? Now half the internet thinks that they're about to become the next Marvel Cinematic Universe in professional wrestling. Well, but guess what? Tonight, we're not sugarcoating any of it. All right, this is Chaz and Friends. Takes get settled, the feelings gets hurt, and if you're wrong, trust me, we will tell you. Holla at your boy.
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans. You're checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man. Now I know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicken.
Yo, it's your boy, your cousin, your nephew, the Gravital Region's best kept secret and the dawn of the Mid-Atlantic, and your host of the hottest podcast in all of professional wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chaz Evans, and you're checking out Chaz and Friends, the 3 Count Podcast debate show. All right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into any of the madness, the meltdowns, and any misinformation that I know my friends are going to spew out tonight, I need to make some announcements before I introduce them. I want to do the announcements first before we get angry with each other. So make sure you follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of it. All right. 3CountPod_ is only on that X app because someone else has that Twitter name, and it's not our fault, but they won't get rid of it. But yeah, 3CountPod everywhere else. Hit our pro wrestling tee shop for our legacy merch, like this one right here. You only find this one on Pro Wrestling Tees, but all of our new merch, all of our current designs are going to be on our For Your Wear shop. Just go on over to collections, and I think we're under personalities. You'll find the 3 Count logo right there, and then boom, you'll find all of our merch. You'll see Twitch's beautiful face up on there for the Villains Lounge shirt. You'll see Damien's ugly cartoon mug on there, but you'll also see all of our beautiful faces on there with the 3 Count Chaz and Friends shirt. But our content schedule roll out for those of you that don't know. Sundays at 6:00, right, or around 6:30ish. You'll get the Chaz and Friends debate show. That's right now. You'll get that live. All right. On Thursdays, you'll probably catch the Villains Lounge if Damien ever opens the door. You'll catch the watch-alongs whenever we have a watch-along. We have a watch-along coming up this Saturday Night main event. We kind of tend to lean to those. We're kind of an old head podcast in a sense. We love the Saturday night main events, so we kind of do the watch-alongs for those this year. But yeah, we've done more watch-alongs for Saturday night main event this year than ever anything I've noticed. But hey, John Cena's last match, so definitely be locked in for that. So the Villains Lounge will definitely be. We're gonna open our own Villains Lounge without Damien. But then also now entering new interviews drop on Saturdays. We'll get to that in a second, but let me introduce to you my friends. All right, introducing first. He is the landlord of the Dog Pound. He is the host of the critically acclaimed, and he now finally believes it, the critically acclaimed Interview Pro Wrestling Show. All right, when you think of interview shows for wrestling, you think of Chris Van Vliet, you think of uh, you think of whoever, but you think of the Red Dog. Ladies and gentlemen, he is QB1. He is the current reigning and defending, all right, SWA Crown Champion. Hold that blue puppet proud. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. He is the Broncos proud and wearing, ladies and gentlemen. The Red Dog.
What up? It is the Air Force Veteran Intel Specialist, the one you call on when you need to get the job done, and your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. And yeah, so you're right. Now Entering has returned. Like we have what the new episodes that are coming out. Really quick, I do want to put this up here though. Hi, Mom.
Oh, she's right there, right on time.
Chaz is spelled with an S, not a Z, per your mother. We got some fires. Yeah. And then Twitch, the tree looks nice.
Thank you.
All right, well, there we go. With the beautiful tree in the background, ladies and gentlemen.
The black round, you say, huh?
Oh, yes, I said the black round.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's found his red hat. Ladies and gentlemen, the red hat has made its return. He is our residential Fred Durst. Twitch Grays.
How you doing today? How you doing, Chaz?
I'm good,
with
bro.
An S and not with a Z.
Yeah, whatever, man.
No, it's not whatever. It's
per
your mother.
Per my mother that's fine. And guess what? Everywhere else is a Z.
Okay.
My birth certificate doesn't even have Chaz on there. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, so like I said, now into the ring, critically acclaimed. Cliff, I can finally say this and you actually have an answer.
Yeah, I do.
What's in the pipeline? What's coming up for Now Entering the Ring?
So there are over 400 episodes that you guys can go check out. I promise you that. Actually, it's probably more closer to like 450 episodes if you guys want to check the entire library of Now Entering. It's out. But more specifically, we did come back with Now Entering 201 with Mason Walls. And you guys are going to be getting very trusted. We loaded up a bunch more in the can, so there's going to be more dropping here soon. So you guys just sit back, relax, enjoy conversations. It was pretty cool to have Mason Walls back on. He kind of went on a hiatus for a little bit, and then to be able to bring it back and have conversations and talk about wrestling and stuff. It was really cool to do. So yeah. So you guys go check that out.
All right. Let's do this.
Hey, before we do this, can we do something? Can we say something? Can we announce something? We started late because Chaz needed to get a soda.
Oh my gosh.
A Mountain Dew of all sodas. Like,
Yeah.
you could have got a better one.
You could have got like a flavored one, but you didn't. You got like the ordinary one.
Well, I already had a Baja Blast a couple days ago, so I wanted to.
I'm not trying to hear you while you're on beautification mode.
I don't know how to turn it off.
This man out here on beauty mode.
I don't know how to. I turned it on for work. I worked from home Friday for that fake snowstorm or whatever that came in the Mid-Atlantic, or at least it came to Maryland. And yeah, I don't know how to turn this stupid thing off. I look like I need to do It's Maybelline commercial.
No, you look like you about to be like, don't stop till you get enough.
Oh
man, out here looking like a thug Michael Jackson.
Did you know, Chaz, if you click the settings, it's under video.
no, it's not. I've tried that. You talk. It's not. It's not a setting in stream. It's my camera in my computer settings.
Usually, if you go to settings in your camera, you can turn it off. But
yeah,
guys out here trying to be beautiful, like, look at me.
Anyway, first, let's go. Temp check. Run that.
Stop drinking that high caffeine soda.
Absolutely
no, drink
not.
all the caffeine.
Temp check.
Wait,
run the temp check. It's not about me.
All right.
Go, run it. What's temp? Yeah, there we go. Temp check. So, for those of you who don't know what temp check is, that's where me and my friends, we give you our hottest and our coldest wrestlers going into this week. And for a bonus, we give you a match of the week. All right, let's start this one off hot. Here's my hottest wrestler. My hottest wrestler of the week is Gunther. I don't care what all. I'm gonna start it off hot. People are gonna get mad, and that's fine. Gunther is my hottest wrestler of the week. All right. He this super long tournament that we went through for the past month and a half. He won the tournament. I mean, it was predictable maybe, but hey, he won the tournament. He's about to face John Cena, and who knows? He's probably going to have another title run or at least another title match opportunity coming up next year. So, hey, they're booking him like the Reign of Terror Triple H, and I'm okay with him being that role. He's the only one that's going to be able to do it, and that's I'm all for it at least until Seth comes back. My coldest wrestler is LA Knight. LA Knight can't catch a break. Yeah, he can't catch a break. That's my coldest wrestler. My match of the week. My match of the week though is that tag match. and AJ and Dragon Lee are constantly my match of the week, and maybe it is my favorite wrestler bias and being a tag team guy. But look, man, you saw it on our social media pages. We enjoyed it. That spot alone gets his match of the week. If I had a spot of the week, that'd be my spot of the week. But yeah, the New Day versus AJ and Dragon Lee is my match of the week. What you got, Twitch?
I agree with you. My hottest of the week is definitely Gunther. We knew this was going to happen. It was very predictable from the beginning. The moment they told us he was in this, I would have liked to seen others, but whatever. I'm cool with Gunther doing this. My coldest of the week. It was a fire promo, but Solo Sikoa. You had a very, very good promo about Mr. Bo Dallas, Mr. Bray Wyatt's brother, whatever you want to call him, Uncle Howdy. So I feel like, and I don't know how many of you know cult leaders or stuff like that, but I feel like with Uncle Howdy, we're looking at Charles Manson, where with Solo, you have like a David Koresh Waco style of cult leader, and I feel like I'm better than both of them. It's just I don't know what the deal is with Solo. I wish they would find something else to do with him. I love the feud with the Wyatts. I just give me more than the same thing you've been doing for the past year.
I get that.
And then my match of the week, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. I think that was a fire match. It was a straight up just brutal match, which you know it was going to be. And I love seeing friends fight.
Yeah, I could feel that.
That was my second match of the week.
That was such a good match.
It was really good. It was really good. It was. I'm not. Look, and as long as Moxley bleeds, it's a good match.
Pretty much.
He's always gonna bleed in a match. Like
that's
we've seen him take a bump and just like a back bump, just a simple one, just all of a sudden he's gushing blood. And CM Punk called him out on AEW about it a couple years ago. Remember?
Yep.
Never in AEW. What are you talking about?
All right, so let me get my coldest out the way. I have to agree too with LA Knight and the cold. It's just every time that man gets like to near the top, somebody pushes him down. It's almost like I'm watching Mr. Kennedy all over again with LA Knight. Like good enough to a mid card, not good enough to do other things, and that's kind of like you could be the guy that does the new Slim Jim commercial, but you can't be the guy that beats John Cena. Like, and I get it, right? Because part of it too is that whoever beats John Cena is just gonna get hated, and so you're gonna put it on that person. So I get it. It is what it is. My hottest of the week though, like I'm gonna be a little different. I know you guys got Gunther. Definitely, I agree. It should be that person. But the person I'm picking is actually going to lead into my match of the week. I'm going to go with Red Velvet. Final battle, Ring of Honor, show was lit. Um, Taking down Mercedes, right? Monet, taking one of her titles off of her, right? So Mercedes dropping one. So we're starting to see, like, now we're getting the fall of Mercedes where she's dropping all these titles now. So, and she's probably going to be at that point where she's obsessed with wanting to capture the big title, So I'm excited for what we're going to get going with that. Um, but yeah, again, that my match of the week too is Mercedes Monet versus Red Velvet because I was just not what I expected to happen, and seeing the win come out, I was very excited. So yeah, I was like, I need that.
I like that match, and you know what's funny is I didn't think we would see it soon, but we're starting to see the demise of Ultimo Monet, as she's starting to lose her championships. But
Yeah.
yeah, you all let us know what you all think in the comments. Your favorite match of this week, your hottest wrestler, your coldest wrestler, whether you agree with us or disagree with us. I think the comments I see over there, the comments are coming in. So go ahead, pull the comments up. Let's see what they're talking.
So we got this one here. It was just have a great show. Bye mom.
Yep, that's what
Um,
she did.
this is where it gets kind of interesting. So James puts in here, LA Knight needs the rub, not Gunther. Thoughts? Well, interesting because that actually leads us to our first debate topic,
It
right?
does. It
So
does.
we can
So let's.
actually,
You just want to go? You want to do it? Like, do you want to do
yeah.
it? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so well, let's okay. So we'll put this up as our first debate topic, and then we'll also jump into your question, James, of you asking, right? So Gunther winning the tournament, being that guy, kind of predictable. We all kind of knew as soon as they announced that Gunther was going to be in it, that he was returning, right? That it was going to be him. So does beating John Cena help him be an all-time great, or is this really going to like hinder him, right? So recently, the last time we saw Gunther like facing off against another legend, Goldberg, right? Legend. Um, he beat him, right? Put him into retirement, and now he's got the opportunity to do it with John Cena as well. But to add your question into this, like, does LA Knight need the rub? He does need the rub, but the thing is like he doesn't need the rub for this because unfortunately, like I had said before, right, is that when it comes to LA Knight, if he beats John Cena, he then becomes one of the most hated superstars in WWE history, right? So why would you want someone that you would consider to be kind of your like top tier mid acts be that guy that takes all the heat, right? When you have a guy who literally that's what he's there for. Like that's Gunther's role, like in WWE, is that he's the guy who will just eat all that heat and then let the crowd know like they still ain't trash, right? And the fact that we saw the match end the way we saw the match end with LA Knight in that submission move tells you that there's more to this than there's going to be. This is happening. So I'm here for it, but I don't think LA Knight needs this rub. He does need to. They do need to do something with him though, because unfortunately he still gets all the pops. I don't know if that's part of his song, like the song that gets the crowd hyped up, and then like he can move that crowd. But right now, I think, yeah, they need to do something with LA Knight quick. But to go back to it, Gunther, I don't know if it helps him become an all time great. I think it definitely sets the tone with Gunther being kind of like Randy Orton when he was like the Legend Killer. So
That's fair.
now you're kind of putting him on the same track. So that's where I'm at with it. So I think it can only help him in this aspect. Like I mean, he's pretty much done everything that you can do in E as far as like championships go. So I don't see like this only adds to the aura of Gunther if he wins SRN Night main event.
Go ahead, Twitch.
Gunther is the guy that you pull the handle for when you need to retire somebody. He is believable. He is dominant in the ring, and his presence alone just brings attention to the match. I agree with you, Cliff. Whoever wins this match and retires John Cena is going to take all the heat. Maybe that's what LA Knight needs, though. Maybe he needs to be turned heel and just let loose. How many times do we see people turn heel and they just skyrocket?
Yeah.
The Miz, Dolph
Edge.
Ziggler,
Edge.
Edge, Randy Orton. Like
Yeah.
I, I wish it was somebody else that we won't name because he works for another company. I get that, but Gunther is that guy. Like I'm sorry, Gunther is that guy that when you need to retire somebody, Goldberg. Who were you going to retire Goldberg with that would have been believable? Gunther.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Don't nobody want that bullshit. I'm
uh,
just I it makes sense to be Gunther.
yeah.
He's going to get pushed into the title scene next year. We already that's a given. Like LA Knight would have been a good match to see with Cena. I just don't think it's right for him the way it is for Gunther.
Yeah.
Bad, what do you got?
So look, I want to be clear, right? Gunther doesn't need to beat John Cena to be an all-time great. Like he's already got the resume to be an all-time great. Like he's got an IC title reign that stands by itself. So, his match quality is unmatched. All right. There's not really a bad Gunther match, right? Gunther's presence is undeniable. Gunther's legacy being built on dominance, not nostalgia trophies. Like it's they primed him for this. I don't think we kind of saw it like in the middle of the year when he retired. Goldberg was them priming like yeah he's going to be the guy that like Cliff was saying like the Randy Orton of the Legend Killer. I more or less was thinking of going back of being the Triple H Reign of Terror with Evolution in a sense of that guy like oh my gosh every time he always wins. I think and since we're setting up for that type of heel run for Gunther, but man Gunther's carving his own lane like and I think the Cena, like him beating Cena, the whole beating Cena thing, I don't think that necessarily is a symbol of like greatness for real. Like okay, yeah, you beat John Cena. So did Solo last year. I don't think beating John Cena in his last match it really makes that much of a difference. I don't think it's going to give the rub like what people think of like beating the streak would do. I think, and I think that's what people are taking that as. Like John Cena's last match is not the streak. No one's getting a rub if they beat John Cena. He's not Super Cena, and he hasn't been Super Cena for a long time. Like he's not unbeatable. He's LeBron James right now. Okay. it
That's crazy.
That is
is what that's the best way to
no
say it.
comparison.
He's the LeBron James of he's an old head that needs to retire. That's fair.
That's crazy.
That's a fair take. What do you mean that's crazy?
No, like that's wild.
That what
That's wild.
they both came in the league around the same time. Cena got like 2 years ahead of him. Come on, man. Come on.
Mm.
Come on. Cena's been with us has been with us for how many two Obama administrations? He's been with us for two Bush
20
administrations. Come on,
23 years.
man. Come
It's
on.
just okay. So like I do understand your point though, yeah, like that. But to say like again, like this is like one of the all time favorites. Like the guy, right? And like, and it's a guy that literally held down WWE for a decade, right? Like it was just him. It was just Cena. So fans are still clamoring
Oh,
onto that. They still
I don't. Let's not say it was just. No. Don't discredit Batista in that decade.
first and
Don't
foremost,
discredit Batista. Batista was there too.
you right, you right, you right. He was, but you don't sit back and go, dang, remember all those titles that Batista won? Exactly. Because we all agree that Batista should have been the one to break the streak. We all agree that should probably have been the thing. But Cena, again, and it also goes back to this, man. If Batista breaks the streak, Batista then becomes one of the most hated people in WWE. We saw it happen with Roman Reigns, right? we already knew Brock was going to be hated. We saw with Roman Reigns, he was one of the hated people because he beat Taker. Um, Now if
He
you go
was
back and
already
look,
he was already hated though. They were already hating Roman in before
but
that.
we were
It-
hating him for a
yeah,
different reason. We were hating him for a different reason. It wasn't because he was like. It wasn't because like Roman. We didn't hate Roman because Roman beat Taker. We hated Roman because Roman had suffer and succotash going on. You know what I
Man,
mean?
like
Like
Roman was
the
already
lane
hated. Yeah.
promos. That's what it was. But to my point though, back to what I was, getting to, is Gunther. This just solidifies Gunther as like one of the most hated people, right? Like, and I think it's also kind of appropriate too. The last two people to beat John Cena were heels. Like, it wasn't like, oh hey, like there's LA Knight getting this win over him. It's literally John Cena putting over two talents that he sees are going to be the future of WWE, and inside of Gunther and Dominic. So I just think right now what I see is that like you talk about it's not Super Cena. I do understand that point because Cena in the 2010s was like massively just beating everybody. It was very rare for Cena to lose,
Mhm.
but like it's still John. It's this crowd still has like that love and aura of John Cena. They still want to see Super Cena. And like I mean I don't know, Brock Lesnar literally had to go what 5 F5s just to pin John Cena. Like it is what it is, man. I mean, I don't know. I just think that the crowd, like the crowd still wants it, and you're still gonna get it. So I think Gunther being the right person to beat John Cena is gonna be the right call.
All right. Final thoughts on that on Twitch.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
All right. Final thoughts, Cliff.
Nah, that was my final
Oh, that
thought.
was your final thought. All right, bet that. All right,
I
cool.
went on a fucking rant for
You
it.
did. I just wanted to make sure you got everything out. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't think Gunther's the wrong choice. Gunther, he's here to stay, guys. I think this past title reign that he had was just a taste of what what they got for Gunther. Especially at least on Monday Night Raw. Is concerned as far as the heel side is on Monday Night Raw, but yeah, man, it's fine. Like Cena, it's Cena. At least my stance, it's John Cena. Um, I don't think being John Cena is going to give you the rub like people think they're going to is going to give. Yes, it's going to give you a lot of heat as far as the heel is concerned. As far as Gunther, you're going to get the heat. Um, Especially on how you beat him. If he chokes him out and just leaves Cena laying there on his back, choked out. Yeah, I definitely, which I feel like that might be the finish is where we get this 5-star classic, and then it just ends with Cena just going to sleep, which will definitely be poetic and will probably make me cry on the air. But but yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm definitely fine with it. Comments? Anybody? They talking? No, nobody say anything.
No, all we did have though is we do have this one too. I want to put this there.
Oh,
AJ said it. Claudio versus Mox was a pretty good match this week. Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
sorry,
We
yeah,
all agree that was a match that when we saw that announced for the Continental, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be the match to watch.
yeah, absolutely.
And then Okada happened with Kyle Fletcher, and I was like, oh,
Bro.
this bar was set so high.
Still my favorite match of the whole of the tournament.
Absolutely.
Okada Fletcher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely in my match of the year candidate. I I
Okay.
I I I guess it's recency bias too is also playing a factor, but God, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely. All right. Let's get this let's keep the show rolling. Let's go to topic 2. So we're heading to AEW where apparently you can't walk 5 feet backstage without tripping over a new faction. So is AEW's obsession with factions helping build new stars or is it killing the individuality on the roster? All right. I love a good faction. I do. Okay. One of my favorite factions of all time is Evolution, right? One of my second favorite factions of all time, right, is the Four Horsemen, right? But no, my third favorite faction is the Main Event Mafia. All right, just to give you my wide range of factions. Okay, so I have a wide variety, so I'm not just fixated on one. All right, and I'm gonna say it straight: factions are becoming a crutch. AEW's uses groups to hide wrestlers instead of elevating them, and it just at this point in juncture, I'm over it. That's my opening take. All right, Cliff, you know what you got. I'm gonna get what's your opening take. Just before we all start arguing with each other.
I'll be fair. Well, okay, so let's just keep it this way. So for me, like my favorite factions, right? NWO Wolfpack, DX, the Four Horsemen, right? Definitely top three right there. And then from there, Evolution is obviously the next mix, right?
I grew up on Evolution. Like, oh my god, like that's prime little Chaz and like the birth of his wrestling journey, Evolution, and yeah, like especially towards the tail end is when I started watching. Like right when Batista was like,
But
Yep.
you're still little Chaz.
alrighty, pal. Anyway,
But
keep going, Cliff, for your opening take.
yeah, so I think the biggest part for me too is that like, uh, yeah, so AEW is essentially going into back when WWE was having big faction wars. Remember, we had like the Nation of Domination, the Disciples of Apocalypse, Los Boricuas, DX. Like there was like faction after faction after faction that was being built, and everybody was brawling out. And I kind of see that's like what's happening now. And I brought it up a couple weeks ago. Like I just want WWE or AEW to stay away from all the factions, and I want a champion that comes from like a single person, right? A single person. Whereas like even in WWE, man, when you had the Four Horsemen, you had WCW, Team WCW, you had NWO, Wolfpack, and NWO, like you still had Goldberg that was like out there like spearing and jackhammering everybody and was like making his way through the rounds. So I think to me it's just I don't know. It needs to be I don't know. It's weird to me. It's like I need you guys to hurry up and get through this faction era so that way we can get to where you want to get to. Because like you can't tell me that Takashita and Okada need to be in a Don Callis family, especially when the crowd is like popping for Takashita. You don't need geez, I'm trying to think about Lance Archer doesn't need to be there, right? It's not necessary. You don't need um you can't it's so weird to me. There's so many different factions that are in there right now, especially with the elite getting formed back up. Like I'm and Hurt Syndicate. I am kind of overseeing all these groups, and I need these groups to kind of break up so that way we can start getting these individual runs again.
We literally talked about this last week.
Yeah.
It's just I agree with Cliff 100%. Like there's nothing more you could really add to that. He hit it on the head of the nail perfectly. Like we literally just talked about this. It's too many groups. Nobody can be an individual when everybody's stuffed in a group.
There it is. That's my whole point.
Joe don't need to be with the ops.
There,
Like,
oh, what are you doing? Look, are you reading my notes, pal?
got eyes everywhere.
Dog, go on there. Keep on. Wait, what else you got?
Well, he's right. Takashita doesn't need to be with the Don Callis family. Joe doesn't need to be with the ops. Does the elite really need to be back together? Like, can we just get some single competitors that I don't know? Perhaps stay single competitors. That's what I got. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So I the whole end of that. Yeah, no one has individuality. That was my main point there. But yeah, man, there's no and there's also none of these factions have clear life cycles. Like
no.
they don't. Like even in Japan, even in like the classic WWF, WWE, even TNA, factions have arcs. It's your typical story. There's the rise, there's the dominance, there's the downfall, there's the breakup. That's how it works. Those 4 parts every time. It's textbook and it works every single time. It hasn't failed yet. Okay? AEW has factions that started day one and still haven't evolved.
Yeah.
Since day one. I forgot the Dark Order was still a thing.
Yeah.
Forgot the Dark Order was still a thing. Then they showed
Yeah.
up on my TV and I went, oh, you're right. I forgot Evil Uno was a thing. I forgot. Didn't know. And then, oh, you're on my TV, and oh right, I remember 3 years ago, you and Hangman don't interfere with it. And like, didn't we do this already? Didn't the Dark Order face a tag team and they told him don't? I don't know, man. It just feels like we're doing something all over again. It's kind of getting, I don't know, lazy. It's the factions are a shortcut. They really have become a shortcut. And instead of developing a wrestler's voice, motivation, struggles, rivalries, they just you put them together with a group, you smack a logo, you're in this crew now, and boom, there we have it. It's lazy creative, and you're not building stars. Like, stars are made when individuals stand on their own. And just to bring up the Don Callis family, because there's so many people out there, Takashita is one of them who can stand on their own. There's a couple. Okada is somebody who can stand on their own. Somebody else on there and who can stand on their own. Like, half of them, like, there can stand on their own. And Hobbs can stand. Not Hobbs. What's old boy name?
Wardlow.
Yes, Wardlow can stand on their own. Like, dog. Like,
I mean, if we're going by that argument, you could have had Brody King with House of Black. You could have had Buddy Murphy with House of Black. Alistair Black, if you really want to get there. How many times have we seen the Elite break up and come back together and break up and come back together? It's worse than a boy band reunion.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And yeah. I don't know. I don't. It's like they don't. The faction problem isn't really necessarily the faction itself. They have an identity problem, really. I think that's really comes down to, like, they look at the stables as if they got like depth. Like, oh, we got all these wrestlers, and I think that's what maybe that's also issue of, because they're wrestlers, they have so many a stacked roster that, oh, if we put these factions together, we have all these wrestlers who are getting TV time, but what they've really created is clutter. And the next breakout AEW star won't be from, it's not gonna come from the fifth member of a group, right? It's gonna come from somebody who steps out of the group that finally has some room to, like, really munch on something to really know to cook on, for real. Like, yeah, it's like they don't have too many factions. They got too many people hiding in factions. Boom, there you go. There's my soundbite for the socials.
It makes it really hard to care about the individuals on your roster when you don't know them because they're hiding behind a faction.
There it is. There it is. Boom, shakalaka. All right, final. That was my final thoughts. I think that was Switch.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, dog. What you got? Final. Anything else?
No, we need more individual performances. I don't need no more groups. You guys brought up great examples of, like, people who don't need to be in factions anymore. So, yeah, I agree.
All right, temp check.
We did temp check.
I mean, I'm sorry, but push and buried. Jeez, the other joint.
You guys don't even know the own segments of his show.
I don't. But before we get into push and bury, we want to give off a couple announcements. We did announce at the top of the show. Super Pod. We're bringing it back, folks. Get ready to spend a nice whole evening with us. Next week, right after John Cena's last match, all the emotions. We're gonna come back the next day. We're gonna argue. We're gonna talk about the entire wrestling year. We're gonna give you our end of the year superlatives. We're gonna have a couple of guests come on. We're not gonna tell you who or what they are, but match of the year, wrestler of the year, male and female, and I think tag team of the year as well. So those 4. We'll be giving those out. Our guests will be there, and I think we'll also probably have maybe one debate topic as well, maybe 2. Who knows? But definitely be there next week. We'll probably start around like 5-ish, 6-ish, same time. But we're gonna we're gonna boom super pot it out. But yeah, wanted to make sure we announced that coming up. But all right, push and bury. So push and bury. That's where something professional wrestling we push, and something we didn't like we're gonna bury. Cliff, start this one off for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna bury the last time is now tournament. Just right off the rip.
It's fair.
If you wanted Gunther to be that person, then you should have had him do is just run through everybody and have John Cena be the last one standing. Like, yo, come see me, Saturday Night Main Event. Like, I think that should have been the move instead of just having all these dudes in a tournament. And mind you, I love seeing Dolph Ziggler back. I love seeing Zack Ryder back. Right, I love seeing those characters back. I popped when I saw, we had Solo versus Gunther, right? Like we had all these cool things happening. But it just also like if you wanted him to be the guy, then just have him be the guy. Like the
I
thing.
I have to disagree with. I
That's
wholeheartedly
that's
disagree with you on that.
that's
I think that this tournament was was a great idea, and I think that it executed it very well. I mean, was it predictable? Yes, but isn't half the stuff in wrestling predictable? But
but that's the
okay,
point though. Like
but
at
don't
least,
use now to argue be upset when it's predictable. But when
but we no
we
because I
say
called it.
when
We
Cody
called it.
Rhodes wins at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, we're not arguing that
There we
it's
go.
predictable. No, everyone's all happy and crying, boo-hooing,
Nah,
high-fiving at the parties and everything. No, but
nah,
no one said, "Oh, but that was predictable because they did it." Come
nah.
on,
But my
so
point being is
now
like,
it's
listen,
predictable.
I hear where you're coming from. I hear what you're saying, but we called it the moment that they say the last time is now tournament was coming. We all called it. We all
Yes,
called it. We were
yes.
talking about weeks ago. At least if you're gonna swerve me, right? Like here's a crazy thought, right? And not that you can predict this to happen, right? But let's just say the tournament plays the same way. Let's say Gunther gets beat in the first round, fluke win, right? And let's just say again we have an injury, right, where another wrestler can't continue, right? Penta, right? What if you all of a sudden you just have Gunther insert himself back into the tournament? Now there's like a swerve coming because like we just watched the number one dude just get beat out. He got upset just randomly. Now he's gonna work his way back through the tournament because he got this extra chance. There's just I don't know. I just think that there's other ways that we could have done this, and I just don't know if the tournament is the best use of it. I agree. There was some nostalgia asked that I liked seeing come back, but I ultimately just did not like the tournament because again, it was it was too predictable, and I wasn't here for it. So sorry, y'all.
It's fair points.
Yeah, fair points, but like I don't know. You mighty fine time to start arguing and about predictability and what like someone's predictable.
Let me tell you right now, sir. You knew from the moment that they announced this tournament, I had been. We all knew it was gonna be Gunther. Down.
Okay,
Am I?
but the swerves were the surprises were the swerve. You didn't think you
I
were going to see.
predicted one of the surprises.
He
That's not
really
the.
did. He really did.
I literally called it the night we were on the podcast. It was just you and me, and then Monday night happened, and who came out? Dolph Ziggler. I called it.
Is really a surprise.
Bruh, but did you? So if you guys remember, by the way, we have our own group chat. Of course, we all do. But in the group chat, like Anthony was like, "Hey man, Dolph Ziggler had been spotted in New York City." I was like, "It's not him. It's Jeff Hardy. Why? Because Jeff Hardy also was working in TNA at the time." I was like throwing random names out there to be like, "Yeah, swerve me with this one." I knew the whole time. I'm like, "Bruh, this is yeah." As soon as I saw Matt Cardona come back, I was like, "Oh yeah, we definitely getting Nick."
Mr. Siggles.
Yep.
Mr. Ziggles. Oh, I remember that.
Would have swerved me if it was like Wade Barrett. Like,
That would have been a good. No,
That
okay,
would have been good.
that exactly. I agree. That would have been a good swerve.
I
I
want
agree.
it. Like, that's the other part too. Like here's the other part is that I understand. So like Saturday Night Main Event, like for those who don't know, spoiler, but John Cena is opening. the show because he wants the show to be focused on the up and coming talent, right? But it's like, yo, like if it was gonna be Gunther, just let it be Gunther. It just
That's
goes
fair.
back to what I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. All right, what you got? Push and Barry. Twitch.
I'm I'm burying Nia Jackson, Flash Legend. I'm not here for it. What you got to say, Cheesy E?
Oh shit! I was thinking the same. I was thinking, see before the movie.
What? I see you rolling your eyes up there.
My man about to pop off. That's right out of Compton.
Anyway, no, I got nothing to say. Go ahead, keep going.
I
All
just
right.
I'm not here for it.
Okay.
It's another tag team with big people that are gonna end up dominating for X amount of time, turning on each other like we see everybody turn on Nia Jax or Nia Jax turn on everybody. And it's just gonna be rinse and repeat over again.
You're not wrong.
I know I'm not.
Why? Because it's too predictable.
Yeah, that's fair. Listen, now that Lash Legend is on the main roster, there will be no Lash Legend slander on this podcast.
Oh, okay. Hold
But
my
Big
beer
Oof,
and watch
but
this.
but Big Oof, any Big Oof slander, I'm all for. And I will never refer to her as anything else but Big Oof. And that's what she is, Big Oof. Because I'm tired of just seeing her on my TV. Anyway, she's the new Tamina. Um, let me
That's
let me push this. I'm gonna push this tournament. This the Continental Classic. I'm
First,
gonna
I want your berry.
yeah.
what?
You didn't give us a
Your
berry.
berry.
I know I didn't give you a berry yet.
So you're like, I'm just gonna give you a push. So you're just gonna change the whatever. It's your show.
I'm
Do
gonna
your,
the push, and I was gonna give you the berry next. What does it matter
Yeah.
what goes first?
you
Yes.
literally asked us our berry. We didn't get to give our push.
Oh,
Right.
whatever, fine. All right, my berry, fine, whatever. I'm gonna bury. Now I lost my train of thought. See, jeez. Good gracious, what did I have? What am I burying? I don't even know now.
Go ahead. What was your push?
My push, all right, fine, cool. My push is this Continental Classic, okay? Give me more matches like Okada, all right, and Kyle Fletcher. Give me more matches like John Moxley versus Claudio. Give me more of that, okay? All right, that's what I'm pushing. All right, go ahead. Now, I'll figure out what I'm burying when you guys go back
Yeah,
around.
he's gonna has to go back and think about it. Um, let me. All right, so I'll push Saturday Night Main Event. Okay, obviously, as I've been saying, like I really think John Cena is losing. Right? Just let's be fair. Some people have peeled back the curtain a little bit too far sometimes and said some things about why they're thinking the way they think. But what I really want to push is all these matchups that we're getting with all these future stars mixing with some of these veterans, right? Bailey and Sol Ruka, right? We are getting Oba Femi versus Cody Rhodes. Like, there's a lot of matches that I'm super hyped about that we're getting that I would have not thought years ago that we were going to get this. And the fact that they're going to be on Saturday Night Main Event, which means that they're going to be in front of an NBC audience that's going to see them for the first time. And they're going to start to be like, how do I follow these people
Mhm.
while they're on TV? And that it's going to give a whole new light to some of these superstars that are going to be coming up from NXT. So I really want to push that because I really was like, damn, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch. The more these matches start to get tied up, so I'm like, all right, let's keep this going.
Go ahead, Twitch.
I'm trying to think of what I want to push. I don't really have anything worth pushing. I really don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
Well, all right then. I know what I'm going to bury now. I remember now. I'm burying Nikki Bella, and I'm burying her podcast. I'm tired of her talking. I'm tired of her telling her opinion. I'm tired of her just. I'm just tired of her. All right, and she's trying to make excuses on why she got wrestled, all wrestled around, wrestled through and out of. Okay, with when she faced off Stephanie Van K, you could tell the skill difference in that match, and she wants to put the blame on the time and the placement and all that, and nobody. No, it's you. It's definitely you. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. Sorry, Bella Army. But so yeah, that's it. That's what I'm burying.
I'm not sorry. Fuck that bitch.
Ah!
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
be
don't
fair.
I don't disagree because she's not a nice lady.
No. Fuck her.
She's not nice. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, that's push and bury. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you should push or bury this week in professional wrestling. If you want to push Damien, you can push Damien off a cliff. That
Yep. Thank you.
First of all, why would you mention my name?
Push him off
Literally.
a ledge. There you go. You feel better
I was like, what, man? Come on,
I
come
didn't
on.
mention your name.
I was just like, why didn't you mention your name? And then I'm like, oh, there you go. You fool. All
Yeah,
right.
okay. I really 100% agree with you that just burying Nikki Bella further down. Like, yo, I have said what I have said about that woman.
Yeah, and I hate that we give that abuser any airtime or anything, but yeah,
what a
that's.
comment.
But let's talk
Yo,
about TNA because yeah, let's
I'm
talk
not
about
talking about Nikki Bella.
no, not Nikki Bella. We're not talking about her. All right, let's talk about TNA because they've probably just made the biggest business move they've had in a very long time. So, is the TNA partnership the breakthrough that they've been waiting for? Are they reaching way above their weight class? All right. I think that this is a blessing for TNA. I really do. But a blessing doesn't guarantee success. All right? Like this will either launch TNA into a bigger audience, or this is going to really, showcase all the flaws on TNA. That's my opinion. That's my say. But what you got to say on that one, Twitch?
I I agree with it. This is either going to help them or it's going to hinder them. But for it to help them, they need to come out of the gate. Everybody needs to be hitting home runs. Like it's it's good for them to get on a platform where more people will be able to see them, more people will be able to watch the content, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you got to come out of the gate swinging hard. And I personally think they'll succeed with it. Let's be serious. TNA creates fucking stars just as much as WWE, just as much as AEW. Like, let's be serious. That's where AJ came from. Joe, Brian, all of them were in TNA for a while.
Joe Hendry,
Joe, yeah, Hendry.
who just signed. Yeah, yeah.
Jordan
I
Grace.
think this will be a good thing for him, man. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fair. This is a great opportunity for them, right? I mean, we've seen them. With I think the last time I remember seeing them on like cable was Spike.
Spike.
Hmm.
Yeah. And this crossover with them going over to CW and stuff like that, and then be able to come back and just do all this stuff, man. It's been fun to see TNA stars like pop up and be able to do their thing and to showcase their talent. I was looking it up too. I was trying to remember like who owned AMC, and it was like an individual family. I was wondering if it was like NBC or if it was like
The
you know,
Rothschilds.
yeah. I was just trying to figure out who, but yeah, to see AMC like they're taking a chance, a big chance on TNA. I think TNA is gonna be one of those companies that delivers. We loved watching like time in and time out. Every time that we saw them like doing their thing, we were seeing their praises and stuff. So I don't see them like missing on this. I think that this is only going to help them out. And I'll be fair, I don't really see any problems coming out with it either. So I'm leaning on the side of like, yo, this is gonna be lit. So, especially when you have someone like Leon Slater who's on the show and he's just a stick of dynamite that just every time we see him, man, we pop for him every time we see him do something on that show. So they got a lot of good veteran talent, a lot of people who've been wrestling on TV, who've been a part of TV broadcasting for a long time, and now you're gonna see what they can do when they're gonna have to do live weekly TV shows. I know they do it now, but I mean, just like really, it's gonna be up to them to really showcase, like, lean on these veterans on how to do it better.
Yeah. I do. I think this can really elevate TNA to a new level. Like I really do. Like it's really a possibility. It's just exposure is not the same as execution. You know, like they still they got still delivered compelling stories. All right, breakout stars and the weekly consistency to hold that audience. Like exposure only gets you so far. Like you got to maintain the product to keep people going. And like TNA has the momentum. I think the WWE partnership that they had really helped them out a lot. Okay, and like the roster is strong, the ring work is fire, but historically TNA has a history of being consistent. And if they get on AMC and start slipping, all right, and like that mainstream visibility is going to turn into mainstream criticism. And I think that's really the caveat to all of the big on AMC. It's like it's they gotta produce, and like the expectations are high. Like it's high. In TNA, all this like they deserve this. They like that crew who's been with them so far. They have really like brought TNA out of the mud, you know. But you can't level up TNA without a flagship star. And I think TNA needs that. And I think they have that in Santana right now. They had it in Joe Hendry, but then they let him go. And I still think they fumbled that bag. But I think Joe was already he was already gonna go either to AEW or WWE after his contract expired. But excuse me. They need a flagship star. WWE has multiple, AEW has multiple. TNA has great talent, but they don't have no universally recognized crossover name.
Well, they're trying to get AJ for 26 again, right?
I heard that, and I don't think that's gonna
Probably not, but
happen.
let's be serious. Stranger things have happened. Did you ever expect TNA to be working with WWE?
Yeah, no, not really.
Okay, then.
Yeah. But yeah, it's they got it. My biggest point is this: they got to deliver, and they can't slip up. That's really what it is. Like they can't slip up. So what they need to do is they need to fire Tessa Blanchard.
I mean, they're not wrong.
He's not. He's not. It's just the way he came right out and said it. Like, fuck everybody else to say, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
I don't like her at all. That's my
The same thing.
That's going to be the clip I see all week on social media now.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my caption ready to go. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that one. Anything else want to chime in?
It's like I said, man, they got to come out, they got to swing hard, and they got to make contact and get out there and, like you said, get the exposure that they need and keep the momentum that they have going.
Yeah.
Facts. I agree 100%. Like, they're only going to be able that they got to make this happen. So it is what it is at this point.
All right. So yeah. My closing is this: they got invited to the big boys table. like that's pretty much what it is. Okay. Like I don't know how everybody's Thanksgiving table. When I was a kid, there was the kids table, then there was there was the grown folks table. And then you always waited till you got to be 10 years old because you could sit with the grown folks table, you know. So that's what TNA they sitting at the grown folks table now, but that don't necessarily mean they belong there, right? Like this can really elevate TNA to being like the legitimate third brand in professional wrestling as far as in the Americas. Like it really could, or they can prove they're not ready. They're ready for the national scrutiny. All right, like it's just like AMC is a great deal. Like but it's not breakthrough. Like it's AMC's not NBC. It's not one of these big time networks. But it's a test. But it's a big enough network where it's like, all right, cool. If they can pass this test, maybe TNA can go back to a Spike, or maybe no, not only Spike is even a channel no more, but a channel like a Spike, like a Sci-Fi or something. But I don't think Sci-Fi because that's New York, that's NBC still. But hey, who knows? Like you said, weird things that happen. Who knows? Fox might come back and say, "Hey, we want wrestling again," and then they pick up TNA. Who knows? Who knows? So who knows? But or who's another? But I'm still gonna go back to what I said a few weeks ago that I think they need to be on a streaming streaming platform. And who's to say that still can't happen? But yeah, man. They gotta produce, and I think that's really my is like it's a blessing, cool beans, but let's not all celebrate too fast. They still gotta produce, and if not, it's gonna be just like TNA was on Spike towards the end, and it's just be doo doo, and then they're gonna get off of Spike. I mean, not, and then they're gonna be right off of AMC. It's faster than they got on it, so yeah, they gotta produce.
You can't have another Dixie Carter.
No, you can, and you can't afford it either.
No.
That brand, the TNA brand, can't afford another descent like that again. I don't think it'll survive. It won't.
Absolutely not.
It won't. It won't. It won't. And by that point, the E needs to come in and just buy it.
At that point, you might not have to. You might see such a talent exodus that
It just goes defunct, and that'll be even worse.
Yeah, and that's one less place for like indie workers to want to go and wrestle at and hone their craft.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep, I agree. I mean, it's one of those things too where I look at TNA and I'm just like, damn, like you guys have a massive opportunity. And I know you guys are gonna kill it. Let's be fair. They're gonna set it off like the first couple of weeks, but we gotta look at like the 6 month to a year, because like rumor has it already that like ESPN is not happy with what's going on with WWE. Like there's rumors about it behind the scenes, right? And I say behind the scenes because we don't fucking know. We just know that we've heard the rumors, so that's all we can lean on. But I don't know. It's crazy to see, and AEW especially. We don't know what's gonna happen with them, especially because Netflix just bought they bought Paramount, right? Is it Paramount? No, they bought
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah, they bought Warner Brothers Discovery, and so like
I don't think it's going to go.
Netflix now.
I don't think it's going to go through. I don't know.
I don't know.
I do.
I don't think, because the move. There's a whole. We'll be about it after the pod, because that's the actor in me in the film industry been really reading up on it, and like I just don't think it is. But we'll talk about it after the pod. This is a wrestling pod.
But anyway.
But yeah, Dynamite, right? And they on Netflix.
Yeah,
wrestling podcast. Talk about that part, and not about
Raw and Dynamite are owned by the same company.
Exactly.
That won't happen.
TV rights. The TV rights are already owned. What are you talking about? They're already owned by the same company.
But at what point is Netflix going to be like, we've already invested all this money into WWE? Do we really need a second wrestling program on our streaming service? The answer is no.
Would they be like, does it pull money? Then yes.
That's what it is.
Does it make money? Then yes.
Yeah.
But they also could be like, hey, you know what? We have a deal with it. We have a deal with them. We have no compete with another competitor, and but we own we own their streaming service. They could kick them, and then it's going to be up to Tony Khan to do something where we're going to get AEW somewhere else, whether it's on TV or like not outside TBS TNT, and they're gonna figure something out.
Well, they'll probably know where it's gonna go. It'll go to Prime. The pay-per-views are already on Prime.
Fox.
Oh, so they're going to Disney? The Disney. They're gonna go. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a far off thought. And then TNA goes to Paramount.
And then TNA goes to prayer. All right, I love how you did that.
It's like that was a good call, and I was like, yeah, I can't hate on it. I was like, I'm gonna just try to figure somebody else to go in there. Tina's like, we want to be in the wrestling business too. We'll get that other company on AMC.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, Chaz, I'm gonna really need you to get this filter off your camera.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
just
a
so you guys know,
fucker.
this is what Chaz looked like without the filter on.
It's funny because it's true.
I'm just gonna put it over my face so that people can look and be like, "Why is there two Chazes?" It's the multiverse.
Thanks for watching the show. That's
Oh,
gonna
don't
do
be
it.
like that.
That's gonna do it for us tonight. Another Sunday, another round of debates, temp checks, absolute chaos from this group of folks here. But hey, that's why you tune in, all right? But before you get out of here, make sure you follow us on all your favorite platforms. All right, 3 Count Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. What's so funny?
Look at your comments.
Hold on,
What is so funny?
come on, he's still sit there.
Um,
Despite all his rage, they're still number 3 on the page. True. Dumbass of the week is John Harbaugh,
I don't want to talk.
and then this one says the Fred Durst look alike.
Don't even want to talk. Anyway, what was I don't know where I was talking. Oh yeah, follow us.
Yep.
Just, y'all know where it's at. It's up there in the corner. All right, and if it's anything, you'll find us before you put the underscore anywhere on anything else. But
Yeah.
so just that follow us, okay? Grab our merch. Tap into the 3 Count podcast schedule. Mason Wall is now entering the ring. Just dropped yesterday. Go check out that episode. He's not only is he he's really legitimately returning to the ring. Not only on the interview, but he is actually returning back into wrestling after being away for a year because my boy Prince Machiavelli put him out. He took the belt from him and made Mason Wall go cry like a little baby. But yeah, go check out his interview though yesterday with my man Cliff from the critically acclaimed Now Into the Ring. Tune in this Saturday for our watch along of Saturday Night Main Event. Who knows? There might be actual boots on the ground down there in DC. Maybe not sure yet, but hey, we'll see what happens. But we'll be there. But definitely be there for the watch along though, right here, that same channel, always. And then next week is our super pod, and maybe Damien shows up, maybe not. We'll play a game all. Where's Damien? That's what we'll do. Where's Damien? That's the segment for next week's super pod.
Where in the world is Damien Fatal?
That can't be an accurate price. $1,000 for nosebleed seats.
So I saw
Wow.
I saw as of right now, I saw $295. And that's a nosebleed, and that's on game time.
Okay.
I saw $295.
That's still God.
Well,
Fuck you, TKO.
yeah.
So we'll see what it looks like on Wednesday.
Packed. That's what it'll look like.
Oh yeah.
It's Saturday. Packed.
Yeah, not yet.
Still people paying dumb money for it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm gonna have the best seat in the house. Just
Hey, at your house.
Same here.
Yeah. I don't know. But all right, though. But all right, guys. We appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with us, arguing with us, keeping the chat, fire every week. Mr. Golden, you did not miss it. Just rewind the video, brother, and go and just catch up on the show. All right. The base have been settled. The temps have been checked. The dumbasses, well, guess what? It's Damien because he's still not here. We'll see you next week on Chaz and Friends. Stay loud, stay opinionated, and watch Mason Wall's interview, okay? Because we got more interviews coming, and that I'm just so excited that the interviews are back. It's interview season, and you need to go check one out right now.
yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod, _ X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm gonna walk away and you're gonna play another video.